Irina, a difficult game today with the black pieces against an Alice Lee that was very different to the Alice Lee that we've seen in the first part of this event when she was struggling. How did you approach this game and take us through the critical moments?
Yeah, well, first of all, that's a really fascinating position that you guys had on the board with Caruana Neiman. Looks like Fabi has a nice game there. And well, in terms of my game was actually not hard at all. It was the easiest game I've played in a very long time in this tournament. So I didn't have any problems from the opening, like at all. Opening prep worked out really well. Obviously, you would like to play for more, just to keep a glimmer of a hope alive, right? But at the same time, okay, you're black, and I mean, she played well enough not to really give me, I think, any chances in this game. And actually, I wanted to talk about something more interesting than this game, which is like my amazing friends, because it's been a pretty tough tournament for me.
Okay.
And yeah, something a little bit different, Yeah, it's been a tough tournament for me, especially this series of draws that I had. Just, one sort of crushing disappointment after another. Actually, the third draw with Jennifer was probably the easiest to get over because by that point it was just kind of comical how I was playing. But those first two were really painful, and I feel, very lucky that I have my group of friends, like people that I do my walks with here in St. Louis, people I talk to on the phone, people I talk to by text, even my fans and supporters that write to me on Facebook. I mean, just like everyone has been, doing such an amazing job of supporting me. So I wanted to just kind of talk about that a little bit because you get to a point in your life, you're 39, and I don't remember having these kinds of friendships like 10 years ago. So it's like some of these friendships have been, being built up over a decade or more. Some of them are some things that I've built, in the last year. But, when you have friends like that, you feel very rich, very blessed. And so that's why even though this tournament is not going so well for me, at least not in terms of fighting for first place, but but overall I feel very, very happy.
That is very well put, Irina. Thank you very much for that. Now, you mentioned at the beginning about this glimmer of hope. Of course, you were talking about getting first place. And it does seem like right now, if one of either Carissa or Begim wins their respective games, there's not going to be any more hope for the first place. What do you make of this historical race between these two ladies?
Yeah, definitely interesting how it shaped out because they were both in amazing form. It's something that you don't really see so often. It kind of harkens back to those years when Anna and I were, trying to get as close to the perfect score as we could. And we would have those kinds of scores of like 7 out of 8. And it would be a question of, who would win first. And then for, a long time, I really don't remember a situation like this where people have, 7 out of 8. 2 points ahead of everyone else. So it's definitely a special tournament like that. They're both in really good form. And I play Begim tomorrow, so it's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. Big clash for you against Begim tomorrow. Any special strategies, any special motivations for this game? Because we know you are doing quite well in general against Begim. You've eliminated her twice in the American Cup. So this one is definitely going to be a very interesting clash.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in a decent place. Like, look, I've had a hard time here. I feel like actually getting over those disappointments, that was really the toughest because, you haven't lost a single game in this tournament, but actually you feel like you've taken a lot of losses with the way these games have went. Obviously, I could have lost a lot of, I could have won a lot of games and it turns many winning games into losing games. So there was a lot going on. But now where I am, I mean, I feel like this game, it was actually kind of nice to have a quieter day, like a day that's not going on for 5.5 hours, and there was like really no stress here. I got two more games, and I feel like I kind of survived psychologically. I'm definitely feeling like, like those games did not break me.
Well, that's why you're the champion that you are with this very experienced mentality. We'll see you tomorrow, Irina.
Yeah, Christian, I'll just tell you one last thing. On one of my walks with my friends, one of the things he said to me was, remember who you are. And that was, I think, after my second draw, maybe against Shritha, that really quite disastrous game where I was trying to defend a game where I had been up a pawn. Remember who you are in the sense like that you're a fighter.
Yeah.
So that really put me back on track. And so, yeah, thank you to my friends.
Our congratulations to you, Irina, for all your successes in these national championships.